As you can see here on Centre Stage with Lisa Sthalekar, the sun is shining here in Melbourne, and it was certainly shining for India as they made very, very quick work of Sri Lanka today here.
Yeah, even though Chamari Yadav won the toss and elected to bat, it all kind of fell on her sword, wasn't it? 33 runs. She again looked quality. She is a quality player, and I think she's one of your favourites, isn't she, Mel?
She is, and I've also been trying to think of any team in the world, international team or franchise, who relies as much on one player as Sri Lanka relies on Chamari Yadav. I haven't been able to think of one.
Maybe you guys can figure it out, but once she departed, India were able to pick up wickets regularly. This pitch here at Junction was a slow, low turner. The spinners were able to bowl really well. Radha Yadav coming into her second game was able to pick up 4 wickets. She's been a key, and you've got to give it credit to the Indian side. They've got Rajaswari Gaikwad, who continues to pick up wickets. Shikhar Pandey, the lone seamer, seems to be going all right, and everything's flying for India from a bowling perspective.
Well, from a batting perspective today, we got to see peak Shafali Verma, didn't she? She came out, tonked the Sri Lanka bowlers around in outrageous fashion, and then was run out trundling down the pitch. Long may it continue.
Yeah, well, I hope the running improves. She is 16, but she tends to go the longest way possible when she's running twos, and then she has a turning circle like the QE2. So she takes a bit of time, but her hitting power is exceptional. And they really have turned around their form, given the fact that Shafali Verma has come into the side, and since then I think they've only lost 4 T20 matches, so she does hold a key for them. Smriti Mandhana showed us a little bit of brilliance, still not the best for her, and I'm glad to see that Harmanpreet Kaur, she batted at number 3. She needed to spend more time up in the middle. She did that, again looked okay, but then got out trying to go for the big shot.
We're back to what we were talking about the other day in Canberra as well, that India are doing it without really seeing those two dominate. Is that going to be a problem when we get to these knockout stages?
Well, if you go back to 2018 T20 World Cup in the West Indies, India went through the group stage undefeated. Then they came up against England in the semi-final in Antigua. The pitch was low and slow, and they just didn't really adapt. So I hope that because Harmanpreet and Smriti Mandhana are just taking their time, hopefully they're saving their best till last, and it comes in the semi-finals, and then if they do that, it comes in the finals.
Yeah, and of course the semi-finals being played at the SCG, final at the MCG, more than 50,000 tickets already sold. So I guess it'll be interesting to see what those pitches at those grounds throw up. But before that, we saw New Zealand defend 91. It was far from a complete performance by them against Bangladesh. They were rattled.
They were rattled, and well done to Bangladesh, because they had a quick turnaround from Manika and then literally got on the plane and then played the next day. So for them to perform as well as they did, their bowlers did a great job. Again, the pitch seemed to suit their kind of bowlers, and New Zealand struggled. Sophie Devine not firing for them, Susie Bates as well. Rachel Priest hasn't done anything for them so far in this tournament. So for them to get bowled out for 91, you could see the excitement of the Bangladesh team. They were so ecstatic. They brought them, the captain brought them in for a huddle saying, come on, this is our best chance to do it. Problem was that New Zealand bowled well. Hayley Jensen, she's not express pace, little cross seamers, rolls her fingers over a few different deliveries. She picks up wickets. They were able to kind of squeeze the cover, and mid-wicket fielders were in close. They didn't know how to get it off the square. And then when they finally tried to, it was all a little bit too late.
It was a little bit too late. Back in at Manika Oval, we did see 2 big victories, convincing victories for England. They were very strong against Pakistan, and South Africa over Thailand, which you would expect, and you would imagine that they will be the teams going through now to the next stage of the competition.
Yeah, they look good. Concerns still for England, the fact that their openers, Danny Wyatt and Amy Jones, still haven't been able to fire. Heather Knight, is leading by the front. She scored the first 100 in this edition of the T20 World Cup. She looks really good, looks comfortable. She loves Monica, by the way. She just wants to keep scoring more and more runs at that ground. She wants to pack it up and take it wherever she goes. And then we saw South Africa, Lizelle Lee, being able to get the second 100 within this competition. Again, she looked good. Marizan Cap, she was a late withdrawal because of a viral illness that allowed Sune Luce to come in at number 3, and she spent some time in the middle and also picked up some wickets as well. So things are going well for South Africa.
As we now know, the shootout, even after that scare with New Zealand today, is back on Australia-New Zealand here at Junction Oval. What can you say about that game? Having watched those two teams throughout, they've both had stumbles. They've probably not reached their best yet. How do you see it playing out? What's going to be key?
Yeah, I actually think Australia are in a better position because more of their top order batters have spent time in the middle and they've contributed throughout this campaign. Whereas for New Zealand, apart from really Sophie Devine, that's 75 in the first game, everyone else has done a little bit of here, a little bit of there. So that's a concern for them. Their bowling department is good. So they'll back that potentially they can keep Australia down or defend a total. But they've got to get a total they can defend.
I mean, you talk about Bangladesh doing well to come down here, fast turnaround. I mean, I only got here today and I'm exhausted. I think I've done pretty well.
Okay, you're great, Mel.
I'm tired.
Holy smokes. She needs a day off, everyone.
Yeah, I'm not going to get one. We'll see you soon.